Welcome to another edition of Mark's Inspiration. Got the D-Man here, and I am glad you could join me today. Today we're going to continue with the series. This will be number 2 of how to start something with a girl if you don't know anything. If you don't know how to talk to girls, you don't have a clue. No one has ever taught you anything. So in the first video, we talked about getting out from behind the computer screen, the Xbox, whatever it is. Get out of your house, out of your Cheeto-dusted bed, and go out and talk to people. Talk to everyone. Don't just think about talking to pretty girls that you want to be with or you want to get to know. Talk to everyone. There are very few people out there who are going to act like, why are you talking to me? You might run into 1 in 1,000. I can't remember the last time I saw a girl in the market, and I thought she was the daughter of this man that I knew. And I asked her, I said, hey, are you so-and-so's daughter? And she said, no. That's all she said. That's probably the rudest thing I've ever gotten. And that's not rude. She just answered my question and went on. So I talk to people all the time. People I don't know. I don't even know what their names are. I don't always introduce myself or ask their name. By the time I get done talking to them, I may know where they live. I may know what they do. And people just love to talk about themselves. So the point of all this is you get used to talking to people. So you become socially affluent as to socially ignorant, which you may be if you sit behind a computer screen or you're on an Xbox all day, and that's your only form of communication. What's it called? Social media? I call it unsocial media because it's really not the same. It is a form of socialization, but it's very superficial. I can portray anything on Instagram or Facebook of some kind of a wonderful lifestyle I have, which can be so far from the truth of who I really am that it's not even close. And people do that. So, but when you meet someone eye to eye, you can tell what kind of person they are in a short time. If you listen to what they say, watch their body movements, are they looking you in the eye when they talk to you? Are they nervous? Are they jittery? Whole different ball game. It's hard for people to hide who they really are, if they are trying to hide something, when you are directly looking at them face to face. Their words will give them away, but if their words don't give them away, their body actions, their movements will give them away. If you have some type of intuitive connection, which we all do unless we've stuffed it out with some kind of drugs or alcohol or whatever, you can read people. I can read people very well. I can tell if people are honest or dishonest. Now, I can't tell exactly what they're lying about, but I can tell if they're being dishonest with me. I feel it. I can sense it. And you can develop this also. Okay, but back to dating and girls. I get off on a rabbit trail. Okay, so you've been out talking to people. Okay, you're learning how to socialize. You need to do that first. You need to get established so you can just go up and talk to anybody. Okay, like I said, start out with the clerk at the gas station, the clerk at the Walmart store, the clerk at your local market, whoever, just talk. Ask people about themselves in an inquisitive way, a curious way, not in an interrogatory way, but in a curious, be genuinely interested in other people. And guess what? If you're genuinely interested in other people will be interested in you. Isn't that magical? That's the way life works. Whatever you put out, whatever you give out comes back to you. Whatever you take from people will be taken from you. So remember that when you're out talking to people. Treat people with respect. You will be treated with respect back from those people and from other people you haven't even met. So go out there, create a social circle, get to know people. When you talk to people at the gas station you go to every day, you form a relationship with these people. It may not be an in-depth relationship, but you get to experience talking to them when they're in a good mood or when they're in a bad mood or when they're just a normal mood, okay, or when something's bothering them, when they're preoccupied. Because when you go up to approach a girl that you like, You have no idea what's going on behind the scenes within her. So you may go up to talk to her and she may blow you off, but it may not have anything to do with you. Well, actually, it doesn't have anything to do with you. Okay, you don't know what's going on inside of her. So when you get used to talking to people everywhere and you realize people have different moods, they have bad days, they have good days. So she may just be having a bad day. It doesn't destroy you or make you feel like, oh, well, I can't do that. You just have to get used to this, to talking to people. Very important. Once you establish this ability to be social, to be able to talk to people, to be able to talk to any girls, then you can move forward to actually taking someone out or meeting someone. I don't really like the idea of saying taking someone out on a date because it implies this whole big constructed idea about some event. What I like to do is if I meet a girl, I may get her contact information, or I may say, hey, we should get together. Meet me tomorrow at Starbucks at 7 o'clock. As a man, you need to be direct, and that's how you're going to do it when you meet someone you like. Just go up to her, say hi, build a rapport. Shouldn't take a couple of minutes, and say, hey, I'd love to meet you. We should meet Friday at 8 o'clock at such and such restaurant. Be direct, be a man. You're going to feel some fear, and that's okay. We all feel fear. Just say it. Regardless of whether she accepts or doesn't accept, it doesn't matter. You showed up as a man. You said what you wanted to say, and I'll guarantee you, regardless of what she does, when you walk away from her, you're going to feel better about yourself. And the trash truck is coming, and it's very noisy. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's definitely distracting me. But hey, there you go. When you're talking to a girl, there may be some distractions. You may be around people. You may be worried about what they're thinking, or maybe they're going to say something. Or what if I ask this girl out or tell her we should meet and she rejects me in front of these people? Look, most people are more worried about themselves than they are about what you're doing or who you're asking out or whether you get rejected or not. At least you're showing up. The only people that are going to hack you or criticize you are the people who aren't doing anything. Criticism, negativity always comes from below. It never comes from above down to you. The only kind of criticism that you will get that comes from above down to you is the kind that is constructive, helpful, and genuinely people who love you and want to see you rise up. They will criticize you in a constructive way to help you build up and become more. The criticism that comes from below you is only meant to bring you down to their level because they're not doing anything. They don't feel good about themselves, and they want to pull you down there because misery loves company. I had a friend, he says, if you are on the firing line of life, you are going to get fired at. What that means, if you're out there doing something, people are going to attack you. The haters are going to hate, okay? That's just the way it is. Just ignore them. You don't have to justify yourself to anyone. You don't need anyone's approval except your own. And when you have your own approval, it matters not what anybody says. Dance to your own tune. All right, that's it for today. If you'd like to get my help personally, you can contact me at marksinspirationalguidance@gmail.com. Smash that like button and subscribe. Smash it now. Thanks. Have a great day.